Happy Friday, everybody. How are you guys doing? Hopefully, you guys are doing fine. All right, I'm just going to give a couple of minutes for people to come in. How's your Friday going? So, I'm sorry that I'm a minute or 2 minutes late. I literally just moved and I had to do my backdrop for you guys. It's a little dramatic, just a little bit, but it's all right. We good. We're good. Let's see so you guys can see it. So it is a queen. I love sunflowers, but it is a queen that's holding up her crown because all the queens wear queens around her. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it one more minute. And so today we are going to be talking about two different topics. Okay. We're going to be talking about the truth about worry, and then are you ready to get back what you lost? Okay. So I have two questions. Well, I have a poll and I have a question. So the poll that I have is, do you worry 50%, 50% out of 100 of the time? Yes, no, and only when life goes left. Let me know, y'all, and then I'll end the poll at the end and then we'll talk about it. So I'm gonna give everybody time who come in throughout to answer the question. And then the question I have that I would like all of us to answer, but we'll do at the end, is what's something you lost that you want back? And I will go into full detail of what I mean by that. Okay? So I'm going to give it one more minute before we get started. Okay. So I do apologize. I did not do Bible study for the past, I think, 4 weeks because I was in the midst of moving and I had a lot going on. Mind you guys, I do work and I do have my own business, okay? So just FYI, it's hard sometimes, to remember all these things. And like even with the church, I do Bible study at the church as well. So I'll be literally on it. And something had to be, held back for a little bit. But I'm back and we'll be moving. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it because I don't want to keep you guys on a Friday night. Okay. Let me see here. All right. So we're going to jump right into it. The truth about worry. Okay. I'm going to read literally and go into it because we all worry. We all tend to worry, and that is perfectly fine. But sometimes we got to understand and control it. All right. So there are facts about worry, and I'm going to go into depth of what the facts are. Okay. 40% of the things people worry about never happen. Have you guys ever thought about that? That 40% of the things that we worry about, it don't even happen. It's never happened. We're just automatically thinking ahead of time, like, oh my gosh, what if this or what if that? We're automatically like, no. And we just put ourselves into that atmosphere of constantly worrying. So 40% of the things people worry about never even happen, or it's never going to happen. 30% of our worries are related to past matters, which are now beyond our control. So, for example, and I'm going to use this, if you're in a relationship or you were in a relationship and the man did you wrong or the woman had done you wrong, and, you're scared of moving to a new relationship. You cannot let what happened in the past with that other person to stop you from moving forward with somebody else. So you can't bring that worry into this new relationship. Okay. So we have to leave the past where the past is. And that was just an example, but there are so many other examples out there. But leave the past where the past is at. Okay. That's beyond our control. Like we have no control over it. It already happened. So why are we still worrying about it? 12% of our worries have to do with our health, even when we are not actually ill. For an example, let's say like me, I work out all the time and I am tired of working out, right? And so let's say like I worry about, okay, I want to get this tone and I want to get that tone and I want to lose this weight. Then your mind just start to worry so much about something to where, like, I'm not sick. I don't have to work out as much as I do. but that's just something that we choose to tell ourselves. Like, okay, no, you have to be in the gym 6 days a week, and you have to be in the gym, you got to be consecutive with this and that, and you have to have this and a meal plan and all. That's great and all, but the way we put in our minds is that we have to do it. So that's just an example of one thing. 12% of our worries have to do with our health. And even though we are not actually ill, and there's nothing wrong with us, it's just the fact that you tell yourself something's wrong with you. So you feel the need to go above and beyond. 10% of our worries are about friends and neighbors and are not based in evidence or fact. So for example, if you have a friend that's out there, let's say you have a friend and your friend is like constantly going through a lot, but have never told you. And let's say not even going through a lot. Let's say, your friend may not have called you this morning. Let's say y'all have a record of calling each other and talking to each other all morning. And it's one morning she didn't call you. And you're like, oh, something must have happened. Oh, Lord. Why? Why do we tend to worry about things like that? So 10% of our worries are about friends and neighbors and are not based in evidence of fact. Like, did my friend call me and tell me that she was having a problem? No. So why am I tripping like that? What if she was asleep? She could be with her man. There could be so many other reasons why we didn't talk this morning. But in our minds, it's like, okay, hold on. She didn't call me, so something must have happened. And now 10% of our day or our mind is constantly fixated on, okay, what happened? We got to stop doing that, guys, okay? And then only 8% of our worries have some basis in reality, which means that over 90%, now I'm going to say that again before I do the rest, only 8% is based off of reality. So that means that over 90% of the things we worry about don't even matter. It don't even matter. And when I actually put the percentages, because y'all know I do my research before I give to you guys, before God allow me to go ahead, before he speak to me to speak to you guys, I always go back and make sure if this is something that you want me to relay, And this one was very important. Very. We have to stop worrying about things that, number one, has nothing to do with us. Number two is beyond our control. And number three, assumptions. We always assume, and that's when we worry. Like, no one said this. No one said that. It wasn't the truth. Like, we just automatically just think and assume so much, and we have to stop doing that. Okay? Now, with that information in mind, keep what I told you. Okay? Try picturing the Christian prayer life in this way. The Christian prayer life is composed of 3 circles, okay? Oh, hey, Desmond, how are you? Yes, that's right. That's right. We need to stop doing that. But the Christian prayer life is composed of 3 circles. So the first is the worry circle, which is what we do, okay? In which the word nothing is written because the Bible says, be anxious about nothing. And y'all know, like, I would hear that all the time. Be anxious about nothing. And that is so true. Because I realize, and let me know if you guys if this ever happened to you guys, to where you worry so much about something that you want so bad, right? And then when you get it, it's not even what you expect it to be. That never happened to y'all. And if y'all notice, when I'm speaking and it's moving slow, this happens all the time when I'm doing Bible study. Okay? So if y'all see something, because one time, like something went past, I'm letting y'all know, okay? Don't be alarmed. That happens when I go back and look at it. That happens a lot. But that's when I feel that he's in the presence. So, but I'm going to say this here. Be anxious about nothing. So like who said this? Very much? Yes. So there was a time to where you want something so bad. And then when you get it, it's like, this ain't even what I expected it to be. Like, this ain't hit no nothing. Yeah, because you shouldn't have been anxious about it anyway. Like, why are you so anxious about something? Always. Yes, ma'am. So we have to stop doing that. The second is the prayer circle, is the word everything. Everything written inside the Bible. In everything, let your prayers be known to God. The third is the thanksgiving circle, with that word anything written inside, because the Bible says, be thankful for anything. When we live within these 3 circles, I'm going to go back again. The 3 circles is the worry circle, the prayer circle, the thanksgiving circle. So when we live within these 3 circles, we overcome the stress that comes into our lives. Okay? So y'all remember that. The worry circle, the prayer circle, and the thanksgiving. So don't be anxious about anything. You'll be peaceful. It'd be so peaceful if you stop worrying. The prayer circle, please pray to God about everything. And I promise you, you won't have to worry about it. And the third one, Thanksgiving, be grateful what you got because you wouldn't be so worried about other things you don't got. So those three together will be peace. We got it? Okay. So I'm going to go back one more time. 40% of the things people worry about never even happen. 30% of our worries are related to the past. Let the past be the past, move forward. 12% of our worries have nothing to do with our health. You're not sick. You're just overdoing because you want to work out and look good for somebody else and for society. Cut it out. 10% of our worries are about friends and neighbors, which never told us anything was wrong. We just assume. Okay. And then 8% of our worries is really based on life. So that means over 90% are about things that never even happened. All right. Now, I just want to make sure y'all got that because God want me to tell y'all that. We got to stop worrying because there's a lot to come. Now, y'all know when I speak on Bible study, I don't hold nothing back and I always share what God has told me. It's a lot that's going to happen. Okay. So y'all have to be prepared. So the little things we worrying about today, it don't even matter because what's coming, that's something you should worry about. And I've always told my friends, my family, people that I know, I doubt that we have even 10 years left. That's just me personally. I doubt we have 10 years left. Okay? Because the dreams, the visions, what I hear, what I see that he shows me, he always reminds me, Sade, get focused. Because in the end of time, God is going to go to his chosen ones, his anointed ones, and remind us constantly, stay focused. Because in any little second, temptation, distraction, the devil, any little thing could come in and just stir you away. And if he come back, that's it. He's going to take you how you are. Okay? So just putting a reminder. I don't know the time of the day, but I'm going to tell you right now, I will be going to heaven. I'm not going to hell for nobody. Okay? All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about outside of worry, this is another thing he relayed on me. He told me to stay focused on the goal and to inform you guys that 7-year completion, 7 a new season. So we know God, he done everything that he's done within 7 days, but he told me that a 7-year ending. So I don't know what somebody could be going through and I don't know who it's for, but they've been dealing with it for some time. And this is for me too as well. You've been dealing with it for some time now. And it could have been within 7 years, but that's it. He's saying it's completed. That's it. You don't have to go through it anymore. It's done for. Finito. Okay? So you have a whole new season that's ahead of you. Whatever it is that you're going through constantly over and over, and you just can't fight it or you need help with it, this is the last year, 2025. A lot of people are going to be different. A lot of people are going to be, they're going to draw closer to God, but the people in the past are not going to want them to. They're going to try to hold them back. And you have to remember, this is your year. 2025 will be your year. Okay? That's what he told me. Now, 2025 is going to be the year for a lot of you guys. And let me see here, because I had to write it down. When he speaks, I literally write in scrambles. Anybody know how it feels when God's speaking to you and you try to catch it? It's like, okay, hold on now, Lord. Give me a second. Because it's so powerful and it's so sweet, powerful. And you just got to write it down quickly. But now he also did say, okay, be ready to get your gift back. If lost, be ready to get all that you lost back. Some may have lost their mental. Some may have lost their spiritual. Some may have lost their well-being, their job, their money, their femininity, their life, their freedom, their joy, their happiness. Mind you, he was going, y'all. So this is what he was saying. In love, he said, be ready to receive and get back what you lost. So, for example, and y'all know I always tell the truth when it comes to my life because I'm a living testimony. I had lost my femininity when I was dealing with a certain person. I don't tell names on here, okay, because I respect people. But I was dealing with a person and I had to become, like, I was paying everything, doing everything, like doing things that I thought I should never have to do and things that I never thought I would do because living in a household with mom and dad, my dad did everything. So leaving that household and going to another household with a man that's not doing things that I see my dad do, I'm like, no, I can't struggle. So I just went ahead and became the woman and the man. And I lost that for some time. And it took me a while to get it back. And now in the midst of who I am today, it's an amazing feeling. So that was just one thing I want to throw out there. Like, I know we all have lost something, and some people try to, no, I haven't lost nothing. You have. Stop lying. We've all have lost something that we want back. Okay. And like I said, it could be our mental, it could be our spiritual well-being, it could be a job, it could be money, it could be life in general, freedom, joy, happiness, love, like things that you just lost. Somebody could have taken, something dear to your heart. Somebody could have stole a shirt. I don't care what it was. It wasn't theirs. Okay. It don't matter what it was. Bottom line is, somebody took something from you and you were innocent in the midst of it being taken from you, and you want it back. And and it's not even that you just want that back. You're going to get that and more. Okay. So the question I have for you guys is, are you ready to get back what was lost? That's the question. Okay. We're going to move forward now to a different part, because y'all, I have to get these reminders out. He definitely wanted me to get this out. I'm going to read, let me see here. Do you guys know the true meaning? You ready? Oh, I know you're ready. You got it already. I told you, you got it already. I done seen it. So you got it. Everyone goes through a season of loss so God can test your faith. Yes, and then you will get tested constantly until you pass it. So that's another thing that I want to throw out. I'm glad that he said that. If you remember in session, it's either 3 or 4, to where I informed you guys that you will get tested constantly, right? But if you fail the test, he's going to send it right back to you, because you will not go to your next season unless you pass this test. And you're going to go through it for a reason. I can't give you what you want until I got to see that you can manage what you in right now. So I can't let you go to the next season, because if you go to the next season, you mismanage it, now you done lost it. So sometimes we get so aggravated and so mad and upset that God haven't given us what we wanted. And it's like, no, he's protecting you. Sometimes no and rejection is a blessing. And we seem to lose sight of that every now and then. Like, it's okay when God tells you no. It's for a reason. He knows all. So why do we question? I don't know. I don't know. But let's see here. So we're going to talk about rejoicing in the Lord. So I'm going to give you guys, and let me get my book here. Oh, yes, ma'am. Amen. Amen. I told you, you got it. Literally, I seen it. And I would never lie when it comes to something that I saw with my own 4 eyes. Okay. So do anybody know the reason to rejoice? Why do we rejoice? Anybody? Do we know why? Do we know the point of it? You preaching tonight? Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm Sade. Can you handle the little before he multiplies? Correct. Because if you can't handle the little thing that I have for you, you definitely can't handle the rest. I'm telling you. Sometimes, and it's crazy that I just had this conversation with someone. We will ask God for all these things. I want a bigger car, bigger space. I want a husband and or wife or whoever. I want to be a business person. I want a better career. And then it's like, sometimes we be so ungrateful for what we got, because we're so busy trying to go to the next step. It's okay not to be stagnant, because I'm not stagnant. I can't stay. And like every year I try to become a different person and grow differently and move differently. So I can't be stagnant, but it's okay to just sit and just be like, okay, I like this. This is nice, Lord. It's okay. It's very crazy how we get something, and then once we got it, we want something else, and we want more, and we want more, and we want more. And then it's like, why? It's never going to feed your hunger. Have you ever noticed that? That's why sometimes rich people say, like, they rather have love than to be rich, because money doesn't do anything. I mean, yes, it gets you where you need to be. Of course, it helps you financially, and you won't lack. But at the end of the day, when it comes to what you truly need, because see, God's know all. It's all within our heart. Everybody has something that they're really fiend for. Everybody has something that they really want deep down inside that maybe everybody don't know about. And if you're so busy constantly not being grateful for what you have now, he's definitely not going to give you the multiples that you want, the blessings that you want. So sometimes it's good to just sit and handle little things like you said. Sit and handle the little before he bless you with more. But let me get into this really quickly. So the reason for rejoice, okay, is his word, his birth, his miracles, his suffering, his resurrection, his gospel, his forgiveness, his spirit, his people, his vengeance, and his glory. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. And this is coming from Philippians chapter 4, verse 4 and 5. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to all men, and the Lord is at hand. Be anxious for nothing, which is what we talked about earlier. Now, see how all this comes about? Mind you, God poured all this together. You see how he got it all leveled out? I couldn't do that. Let you know, I could not have done it. He has it all laid out for me to give to you guys, literally step by step. It's crazy. But be anxious for nothing, but in everything be prayer by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, which we just talked about, the 3 circles, right? We just talked about that. With thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God, and peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Jesus Christ. The things which you have learned and received and heard and saw in me, do these things, and the God of peace will be with you. So rejoice. This is how you rejoice. This is the reason to rejoice. So when you are going through his word, his birth, his miracles, his suffering, his resurrection, his gospel, his forgiveness, his spirit, his people, his vengeance, his glory, please rejoice. Don't be embarrassed to get up and praise God in front of other people. Don't do that, y'all, because it makes him sad that we are not wanting to worship God in front of other people. I'm gonna tell you a story. I remember I moved into my apartment, and my best friend, it was a man that was coming in and doing the TVs, and she was just so happy. Like, she was so happy for me and just everything, because my friend been with me for 11 years, so she knows all that I've gone through and all that I've established literally by myself. And so she was just, on the floor, and I remember she was just praising him. And the guy, he looked around the corner like, what is she crying and everything? And I'm looking at him like, listen, there's nothing wrong with what she's doing. There's nothing wrong with what she's doing. But the look on his face, you can tell I guess maybe where he's from, you do that separately. You do that in the closet. You do that at home. But no, she was happy for me, and she was praising God. And then my daughters, they were just looking like, they're used to it. We do this. This is what we do. So they're used to it, and they're just like, oh, Emily's okay. She's okay. To have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old to know what she's doing, like, oh, she's praising God. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what she's doing. So never be ashamed to do that. So always give him rejoice. Always praise him in his word, his birth, his miracles, his suffering, his resurrection, his gospel, his forgiveness, his spirit, his people, his vengeance, and his glory. Never forget to do that. Okay, and then let me see. It's a testimony that he wanted me to tell you guys, which I have no problem telling. So I'm gonna flip it back to the loss, to where are you ready to get back what you lost? So for an example, because some people may not really too much know what I mean spiritually, and so I'm gonna just give it to y'all. So in 2018, a situation happened. Not gonna go into details, but a situation happened to where I did, I lost everything. I had lost all hope, but not my faith. Okay. I lost my reputation. I lost friends. I lost family. It was just a lot. I had got evicted. It was so much that was happening, but I did not lose my faith. I'd have been talked about from family members to people who don't know me, just, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to lose my faith. I'm not going to lose my faith. So at the end, I got the biggest blessing. I took a loss. I took all those losses. So imagine moving into a place, can't have it anymore because you got to move back. So you got evicted. A job, a nice job, a good job. Nope, can't have it anymore because you got to do what's happening right now. Family, talking about you, can't do it. Vacations, can't do it. Like I took so much in a loss. My credit went down, all of that, right? So all of that was a big loss. But at the end of the day, I got a big blessing. It took me 3 years to get this big blessing. But here's the catch. I had to fight policemen. I had to fight the government. I had to fight people that lied on me. And it's crazy. I've had people that was going to tell me that I was going to lose. And I remember God telling me, if you stay focused, and I'm telling y'all this because he wants y'all to stay focused. If you stay focused on the prize, which is me, just focus on me. I don't care what nothing else they got going on. Focus on me, and I promise you, you're going to win. I kid y'all not. It took 3 years, though. It did. It took 3 years, and I won the biggest blessing of all. And I gained so much more after that. So I'm talking about a job. Girl, please. I have my own business. You understand me? Another thing, I'm thinking of like, I was evicted. Okay. Right now, at that time, my credit was like 5. My credit now is going to be, well, I'm going to move in here. But humbly, just that y'all know my testimony, it'll be 800 in September. So that means I could go into any place and get anything I want without putting down a down payment. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is, I had lost a lot at that time, but I never lost my faith. And I got back so much more. So much more. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. And it is so much more to that story, but that's something he wanted me just to put out there, because I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's a lot of people that are coming to Bible study, and you got these evangelists, prophets, deacons, ministers, apostles, and they be lying. And I'm not even going to lie to you guys. They be exaggerating the story. I'm never going to exaggerate with you guys. I'm going to tell you how it happened and how it is, period. That's what I'm going to do. Little does that friend know, because she celebrated you, God will open a new door for her. Oh, yes. But she stay blessed. Of course. That's what it is. When you have a friend that is spiritually inclined with you and that can pour into you and you pour into her constantly, when you're around people that are just really wanting to celebrate you for who you are and not for it to be a tag along, to be a leech, to really care and really genuinely want to get to know you and really help you and move you and be there for you, he's going to always open doors. He's going to always, uplift and be there for that person. It's always going to happen. And like I said, God sees all. So he knows if a person's coming into your life just wanting to be around you, just to be around you. It ain't going to last long. It never do. All right. So then we read that they stretch. Yes, they do. They do. They do. They really do. I'll never call them out, though. I'll know when they stretch the truth. I'll be like, okay, all right. And just be like, yeah, pastor. All right. Well, that's what I'll do. But I would not, I wouldn't put them out on Front Street. All right. So these are the reminders. And then we're going to go into the 2 questions and then we're done. I want it to be really quick for you guys, because I have something I have to do tonight. Yes. So for a reminder, okay, please take this with y'all. Please. This is something that he wanted me to tell you guys. Okay. Please. Being a Christian is not easy. People are going to judge. They're going to lie. They're going to have access. They're going to get mad. They're going to hate. They're going to be jealous. They're going to be envy. They're going to gossip. But you have to stay focused on God, and whoever do not understand, that's their problem, not a you problem. He literally told me this. And when I was writing, I was literally shaking. I was up since 12 o'clock last night. And I don't sell. Anybody who know me know, no, I'll be knocked out. And he was like, no, you got to get this out. You have to get this out. That's why I said in 2025, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to move forward in being more spiritual and accepting God and, wanting to become and have a better relationship with God. So what he's saying is he's just letting you guys know ahead of time. It's not easy. You will be judged. You will be lied on. I'm telling y'all, being chosen and anointed, my best friend can tell you, baby, it's not easy. People can't stand me. Like, I can meet a person and they're like, I don't like her. And I'm like, what did I do? Before, growing up as a kid, not knowing who I was, it would bother the heck out of me. So I would try to fix it. Like, I'd be like, okay, what can I do to make this person like me? Now I don't give a darn, because it's like, hey, you don't like my light? I'm sorry. I can't help that. But y'all got to know, it's going to be people, because if they did it to him, they're going to do it to you. If they lied on God, they wasn't there to protect him. They did him wrong. Like, it's going to happen to you too. So be prepared for that. Number 1, he said, do not feel embarrassed or down on how another person feels. So by that, what he's saying is, when we're out eating and, we decide to pray. And there's other people looking at us while we're deciding to pray over our food. And they're looking like, you better sit. Listen, don't you do that. Because you do that now, God gonna sit here. He's not even gonna know who you are before his father. Okay, so you may not want to do that. You may not want to do that. Yeah, yes, Paula. Yeah, like don't do that. So do not feel embarrassed or down. I remember it was a time where I just started, I just started getting into my little Christian, and I was seeing things, and people didn't believe me. They thought I was crazy, and I would be hearing things, and I felt embarrassed. I did. Like, I'm nothing of my sisters. I have 3 sisters, and I'm the black sheep. They don't do this. They don't believe in this. They don't. They believe in God, but they're not like how I do. Okay. So I will preach it. I will tell you testimonies. I'm not embarrassed. I will talk to you. Whatever you want to talk about, I don't judge. None of that. And I used to feel embarrassed when I would start talking about God or saying things like, hey, I saw a man behind you, girl. Did you see him too? And they're like, ain't no man behind me. So I used to think I was crazy, or I would not then want to open up, because I'm like, okay, well, then something must be wrong with me. But then the older I got, and the more my dad, which is the pastor, the more my dad was explaining to me, like, hey, you've always been different. Don't feel embarrassed about it. Do not ever not talk about God. When you feel the need to, you do it. And not even if you don't feel the need to, just do it. If you sense a person is going through something, go ahead and talk about it. Because then maybe they need to find him. Put your hands, and this is my anointing hand. My right hand is do it. Okay. I didn't did some things, but that's another day, another time. But my right hand is that hand. I lay it on you. You're going to feel it. So never be embarrassed, or never downplay God and what he has done for you because how another person may feel or how they may react. Don't do that. He also wanted me to tell you, do not take a task that God never intended for you to do. Oh my gosh, please. Please do not take a task that he never intended for you to do. Okay? So I'm going to say this one for me, just to let you guys know, okay? I have had dreams that I would cast demons from people. I have done it one time. I'll never forget it. I've done it one time, okay? And that was with my own daughter. Okay? That's a fact. And it was very hard for me. Was I scared? Heck yeah. Yes, I was scared, but I couldn't show her that I was scared, and I couldn't let the demon know I was scared. So I looked that thing in the eye, okay? And I need you to go right back on where you came from, sir. Cast him back to the pits of hell in Jesus' name. That's exactly what I did. And just like that, she fell. And I got her. Now, I do want to say this. Everybody can't do that. So I'm saying that to say this. Do not take on a task that God never intended for you to do. Sometimes we and it's good to feel that you can do it. That's fine, because we all are many gods. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, if he didn't tell you to do it, if he never put it in you to do it, don't do it. And then sometimes we'll wrap our mind around trying to help somebody that God never intended for you to help in that way. Maybe he wanted you to say a couple of scriptures, a good prayer, get that person a good meal, and be on their way. But that don't mean that he needed you to do the whole 9 yards. Okay? So I'm not saying not to help no one. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, do not take on a task that God never intended for you to do. That's all I'm saying. Because everybody can't do what other people do. Everybody have their own gift. Okay? And you mess around and get into something, you're going to be SOL. You're going to need them for real then. The third thing, you are a human, not perfect. Give yourself grace. Please, guys, we are not perfect. God knows that. Give yourself grace. Stop pressuring yourself. Stop hurting yourself so much. Stop, beating yourself up. You got this. You got this. It's all right. People make mistakes. Now, the only thing I will say, because God forgives you 70 times 7, okay? So we know that means a lot. That means a lot. But don't play with them. So don't sit here and say, God, I'm going to stop doing this and that and that. And you turn around and do it. And then you do it. And then you do it. And then you don't have a forgiving heart. You don't have a genuine heart when you're praying to him. You got a lot of people that feel like, because I prayed, God should forgive me. He's going to forgive you. But now God's not a fool. And sorry, Lord, I know I can't say that word, but he's not one. He's not. So you can't play with him. Okay. You can't deceive him and be thinking, okay, well, he said he's going to forgive me 70 times 70. So I can do it how many times I want to. Okay. And the day he come back and you still doing it, where you think you're going? See, God, one thing that I found out, he's funny, he's loving, he's so loving, and he's so sweet. He's a man, like he is so genuine, and he's respectable. But one thing he is not gonna do is play with you. He's not gonna do that. Number 4, surround yourself around people who are moving in the same motion you are, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. So, for example, moving forward, put yourself around people that are doing the same thing you're doing, Bible studying. You're going to community services with the people in the church and the youth. You're wanting to do, take part on youth choir. You wanted to help donate. You're just wanting to do things within Christ. So don't drinking, smoking, partying, cursing, having sex before marriage. No, you want to steer from people like that. Not saying they're bad, because it may take them more time to get to where they need to be, but you know where you need to be, and you don't have time for that. So you do not need to surround yourself around people that are doing things that you are not doing, because all they're going to do is hold you back even more. Me and my friend was just talking about this. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you gotta surround yourself by people that are basically doing what you're doing. Okay, like for example, me, I love to be in the gym. I do. I love to go to the gym. I slow down a little bit because I need to, but yeah, I love to go to the gym. So I would not have myself around people who eat snacks all day and look like Teletubbies and don't want to go walking or hiking or don't want to, no self-care. I wouldn't do it, because guess what Sade is going to tend to do? 2-3 weeks tops. I'm not going today. I'm about to go hang with Jasmine and eat some cakes. And I don't even eat cake. So what I'm saying is, like, people, they will sit there and they'll pour whatever it is that's on them onto you. It'll become a habit. So if you surround yourself around people that's doing what you're doing, then that habit will be good. It'll be for good. And like if you want to own your own business, be around people who own their own business. That's what I had done. I asked questions before I got started. Hey, what did you do? How did you do this? What about that? I just be around it. And you'll then be like, okay, I like this. And then it'll pour into you. Number 5, it's okay to have a preference. Do not settle for nothing in life. Listen, y'all know I don't settle. Anybody who know me, I won't settle for nothing. I don't care what it is. I'm not settling. You know your worth. You know what you need and deserve. Snacker. Yes. You know what you need and deserve. No, do not settle. There will be people in your life that are going to make you feel bad because you have, what is the word? That you have a preference. So for example, and I'm just going to use this because it's the first thing that comes to my mind. Okay. So for example, if you're currently dating and the guy that you're dating, he says that a man should not lead, protect, and provide, right? Let's say he says that. And that, that's what you want. Why entertain it? Why? I don't care how fine he looked. I don't care how much money he got. I could care less about your status and your career. I don't care nothing about your foot size. Hence. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay? We don't care about that. So it's okay to have a preference. It's okay to get what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't let anybody make you feel bad about it. When I started dating, there was a lot of people that would be like, because I'm celibate. So there would be a lot of people that would be like, oh, you're not having sex before marriage? I sure ain't. Oh, no, well, I can't talk to you. Well, bye. Bye. What am I supposed to do? Hurt me? I'm Sade. What you talking about? So at the end of the day, I mean, y'all know me. I'm a little conceited. Y'all know me. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Do not sit there and lower your standards because of how they feel. You get what you want. Okay? And not in a bad way. I'm not saying use somebody, but hey, you have a standard. It's okay. Don't settle. Then that's fine. There's going to be people that's going to try to make you feel bad, and don't you dare feel bad about it. Oh, she's stuck up, she bougie, or oh, he's big-headed, he's this. Well, look here. Then you're not for me, okay? So please, y'all, remember that. Because literally, I get a lot of DMs, I get a lot of messages about, well, I think I should lower my standards. No, you don't. He's just not for you. That's all that means. Not a care in this world. I don't. But don't do it. Do not do it. Number 6, pay attention to the red flags. That's why they are really there. God wanted me to tell y'all that. Pay attention to red flags. This isn't just in general. Well, bye. I'm Sade. All right. Well, you have a good one. See you later. But pay attention to the red flags. That's why they are really there. Okay. Um, these red flags will help you in the long run. So when you are talking to anybody in general, and we're going to go spiritual, mentally, physically, whatever the case may be, you're speaking to them, and they're the first thing you hear, the first couple of sentences kind of off a little bit, like you're like, whoa, what you say? Believe it. Believe it. Don't try to go back and say, well, hold on, what did you say? So you could get some clarification on some nonsense. You heard it correctly the first time. Let it go. Stop entertaining it. Okay? Please pay attention to the red flags. I remember one time I was talking to somebody and they said something about and y'all know I'm real with it now. They said something about they will be married to a woman, but they will allow their woman to have sexual intercourse in front of them with another man. What did you just say, sir? Because I don't even believe in that. That don't make sense to me. Yeah, so when someone gives you red flags from the beginning, don't try to understand it. Because you got women and or men that are like, well, hold on. So what you mean by that? Do you mean like, not in front of you? Or do you mean just not in front? No, you heard him the first time. The first time you heard it. So don't try to clarify it or don't try to justify it. He said what he said. Do you accept it? Yes or no? If no, get up out of there. Okay? So pay attention to the red flags. That's why they really are. That's who they really are. Okay, number 7. Don't give second chances with a person who stole a third chance. Please, y'all, I'm going to say this again. Do not give a second chance to a person who stole a third chance. Now, don't let that go over your head. And God told me to say that. I don't even know. At first, I was like, what you mean? But it made sense when I thought about it. Don't give a second chance with a person who already stole their third chance. They already took it from you. They already came in and swooped up the third chance before you gave it to them. Don't let them play with you like that. So basically, yes, ma'am. So basically, yes. Yes. So don't let them do it. Okay. Don't give them a second chance at all. I'm a firm believer that a person will show you who they are. And sometimes as a human being, especially when you got a good heart and a forgiving heart, you would try to, but first, let me just say this. By forgiving a person, that does not mean that you have to allow that person back into your life. Okay? I can forgive you without giving you access again. And that's okay. God never said that was wrong. He said to forgive them. He never said that I have to have you back in my life again. Okay? So if a person has done you wrong in anything, it could be any little thing from childhood, from now, any little thing, please don't give them a second chance. Don't do it. Because at the end of the day, everybody got consequences and everybody got a mind. Before you do anything in life, like I tell everybody, we all make a decision before we do it. And I'm going to be real, before we have sex, before we pick up that phone and call whoever, before we go do this, before we go lie, before we go cheat, before we go steal, before we go curse, before we go gossip, we think about it before we do it. Do we not? Do we not? Well, should I call my sister and tell her that her man did? Don't do it. Because there's always a consequence after. There's all and then you cannot get mad at the person's reaction after you done sat there and caused the issue. So don't give a person a second chance. Just don't do it. Forgive them, move forward. Now, if you want to have them have access in your life again, then you can do that. That's up to you, but you need to be prepared for the consequence after that, because that means now you're giving that person a chance to do it again and again and again. I don't believe in cheaters. I don't believe in liars. I don't believe in people wasting my time. I don't have patience. I have kids. So I don't have patience with grown adults in life. Like, do y'all understand how much weight that is to take care of kids and grown people? I'm not doing that. I'm not even strong enough. I can't do it. And I won't. So don't give a second chance to people who already stole the third. It's not cool for them to play over you, and it's not cool for a person to play in your face. Don't do it. And I hate when I get people that tells me stuff like that, because it bothers me to my core. And I'm like, don't let them play with you. God never said to let them play with you. He said, forgive them. Because if you can't forgive them, now he can't forgive you what you've done. Because we all got skeletons in the closet. We've all done things that we are not proud of. So yes, you have to forgive them for what they've done. Genuinely, don't do it just because it says in the Bible, because he know when you're playing with them, like I said. You have to genuinely forgive them. Okay? But you don't got to be around them. You got to talk to them all the time, but genuinely forgive them. And that's fine. Number 8, stay in what you believe in, even if it means, or even if it makes the other person mad. So, for example, my sister is getting married to a woman. Repeated cycles. Yes, sir. My sister is getting married to a woman. I do not believe in it at all. I don't believe in the same marriages. I don't believe in none of that stuff at all. I don't care how you twist it, turn it, flip it, hop it, stop it. I don't care. I don't believe in it. She wants me to be a bridesmaid. I told her I can't do it. Now, will she probably stop talking to me? Oh, well, but like I said, when we went back to it, when God told you to remember, being a Christian is not easy. It's not. Living in the true spirit of righteousness, it's not easy. It's hard. But at the end of the day, our reward is heaven. I got a mansion waiting for me. Okay? I'm ready for God to say, thou faithful servant. Ooh, my Lord. Just to hear him say that. Just to hear him say, I'm proud of you. Like, I would rather fight y'all day in and day out on earth, and to know that one day I don't got to fight no more. I'm at peace. And I'm with my daddy. Like, do y'all understand how that would feel? And I remember one day God came to me. I was at my job. This is when I wasn't working from home. And I was going through so much. And I started crying at my desk. I was not ashamed. I was crying at my desk, and I heard him loud and clear. He said, Sade, real tone mellow. Like, I'm telling y'all, he is just such a gentleman, and it's amazing. His voice is like, oh my gosh. But he said, Sade, everything that you're enduring on earth right now was nothing compared to what you will endure in heaven. I bust out crying, y'all. I mean, and my coworker looking at me like, you okay? And I mean, snot and all. I'm okay. I'm okay. Because if you would have heard what I heard, you'd be crying too. So that tells me I'm on the right path. If God told that to me, he's not saying, okay, you got a seat in heaven. Like, nobody knows, right? But that just proved to me that, okay, baby, you there, you all right now. that made me felt great. And I just started crying because, like he said, like, everything you're enduring, it don't matter. Because when you get to heaven, it's nothing compared to what you're dealing with right now. So stand on what you believe in. Don't let family members, don't let anybody make you feel bad on what you believe in. And as a Christian, they're going to do that. So like I said, my sister she may not talk to me again. Or she may be a little upset, her wife, but hey, I don't believe in this. And I would never sit in a church and have 2 women go before God and say I do. That is nonsense to me. Now you're disrespecting God, because I don't play like that. That's just, no. I would never do that. So please stand on what you believe in, even if it means hurting other people's feelings. Number 9, nothing really have to be explained. They can see it. Don't let that go over your heads. Nothing have to be explained. People can see. So for example, okay, if you're talking to somebody, you guys stop talking, you make a post, they happen to see it, and they send you a whole paragraph. Oh, so you with this man, or you with this? Oh, okay, so you see it. You see it. I don't got to explain it. You see it. I ain't with you. You see it. So yes, nothing has to be explained. That's just examples, y'all. I just like throwing out examples to help y'all. But you don't have to speak no more. 2025, stop talking. Be silent. Stop talking so much. Okay? They see what's up. They know what's up. Sometimes people want a reaction out of you. That's all they're trying to do. That's the enemy. If you know that you're moving differently and a person is going to get upset, love from a distance and keep it moving. Correct. That's the main method there. That's what it is. But if you know that you're moving forward, and this just in life, And somebody writes a whole paragraph. Oh, so now you don't go to the club no more. You ain't shaking that booty on the pole no more. You ain't smoking. You ain't doing the hookah. You ain't. Oh, you don't want to come up for dominoes. You don't want to play. Uno with us no more and get blood up. Whatever they do, I don't know. But whatever they be smoking and all that stuff, walk in the house, you see nothing but nobody. You see nothing but ashes and air. Like, what is going on? Like, there's a bunch of nothing going on. Okay, and they call you up with all that. You don't even gotta say nothing. They see it. They see how you're moving. Some people just want a reaction, and some people just want to just make you mad. That's all it is. I'm telling you from what I know. I have so many people. I can post something. I don't even post things every day because I'm really private with certain things. But I'll post something here and there, and I'll get a whole paragraph. I tell you, I'll get paragraphs, and I'll send to my best friend. And we'll laugh about it because it's funny to me. Like, who are you to tell me what I can do? What? I'm single. The last time I checked. Okay, so it'd be funny to me. Like, what? And I don't say nothing. I will not say anything because, we're not going to use that. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's at 7:52. I did great, y'all, because I told you I was trying to have y'all here for over an hour. I did good. And I know I talk fast, but I got to get it in and out. So we're going to go over really quick, and then we're going to answer these two questions. So the truth about worry, we talked about the truth about worry, okay? Over 90% of worry doesn't even happen, okay? Less than 8% is really based off of real worldly things. Stop worrying about the past. Stop worrying about friends. Stop worrying about your health. You ain't sick. You ain't got cancer, nothing wrong. You don't got to kill yourself. Stop. Thank you. Stop worrying about so much, okay? You don't have to worry about that. The focus is the goal. Focus on the goal. Remember, God says 7-year completion. I don't know who this is for. I know it was for me and it's for somebody else because he wanted me to get out to somebody. Whatever it is that you're fighting, that you kept going through over and over and over and over, please stop it. Know that God, well, I'm not going to say stop it, but just know it's coming to an end. Let me just say that. God already has that figured out for you. He's already fought it for you. Okay? It's already done. And then you'll be moving into a new season. But in the midst of the new season, he wants me to let you know you have to focus on the goal. Not people, not talk, not gossip, not friends, not neighbors, not even church members. I'm going to be real with you. Most of the people in the church are the most foul ones. I know because my dad's a pastor. I know because my best friend dad's a pastor. I know it. I've been to different churches from a kid till now, and I see it. It's sad, but how do you know the fight is over? What are you pertaining to, Chris? What are you pertaining to? I'm sorry. And I don't know if I'm talking fast and it's just coming late for you guys. Let me know. But I'm gonna answer the two questions and then I'm gonna come back to you. How do you know the fight is over? And let me know, like, specifically what you're talking about so we can talk about it. Okay, so stop worrying about things that are out of your control. Okay. Let's see here. You lost, okay? Are you ready to get back what you lost? If you lost your mental, spiritual well-being, your job, your money, femininity, life, freedom, joy, happiness, love, be ready to receive and get it back what you lost. Please be ready to receive what you get back. Be ready to receive what you lost. I'm telling y'all. Okay? I'm telling y'all. It feels amazing to finally get back something that was taken from you when you were genuine. And it happens to a lot of people and they don't want to talk about it. A lot of people, they feel like because they're grown that they shouldn't, we don't have to really dwell on what happened. And to be honest, you do. Our past has a lot to do with our future. We can leave the past in the past, but you do got to talk about it sometimes. And you should be okay with it. If you talk about the past and you get in rah-rah mode, like, oh, then that past is still haunting you. You got to let it go. To what you're fighting living right when it seems the right thing have you in a hole. Well, like I said, that goes back. So Chris, that goes back to what God told me to tell you. Being a Christian is not easy. And I know you personally. So basically, I know that you're just now getting into the midst of you just got baptized recently. You're in the midst of trying to, sorry, y'all, that's my doorbell. You're in the midst of trying to do right. For you, yes, it's going to feel like you're getting punched left and right. Believe me, I know. I was once there. But we all have gone through that. Every, I would say, old age Christian or like a person who's been dealing with it for years, they will have a story to tell you. I believe everybody who's watching this right now have, if they are saved. Now, I don't know if everybody's saved. I know about 2 people that are saved. I don't know if everybody is completely saved. I know 2 for sure is. And how I know, because God told me. Now, if you are saved, you will, you have gone through things to where you just been, beat up and badgered. You understand me? So remember that time, Chris, I could say this, what happened in 2018. Take my story and just think about that. That took 3 years. So what you're saying right now, how you feel right now, this is not what you've been going through. I'm gonna be honest with you. It kind of it's been about maybe a year or some change, maybe. You got some time. Yeah. I don't know when it's gonna be over with for you. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if you read the Bible, everybody that has gone through something, it never happened within a month. It took years. It took years for them to get what they want. Babies, marriages, it took years. So you got to think about that. All right. And it is hard, but that's why I said what God told me to tell y'all with the reminder, surround yourself around people that are moving in the same motion you are. Okay. So it's going to be hard. Living right is hard itself. Think about, listen, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. And I'm coming to you as a chosen person. We're rare. I'm anointed and chosen. Do you know how hard that is? And I'm not saying it to just be like, oh, I'm not, no. It's not fun. I don't know why people feel like, oh, I want to speak to God and I want to see things and I want to fight. Y'all, I just got attacked last night. It's not fun. It's not fun, okay? But what I'm saying is, you're here for a reason. You're going through what you're going through for a reason. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. God never told us in the morning will be. But yes. It's going. You're going to be okay. I'm telling you what I know. It's hard right now because it may seem like there's no way out, but there's always a way of escape. God will always give you a way of escape. I'm telling you what I know. Speaking of somebody who had 6 evictions? I had 6 evictions. My credit score will be 800 in September. Use it. It's a testimony. I'm telling you my truth. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm just saying, that's how I felt. I was always jumping from place to place to place. What I'm saying is, sit, fight through it, defeat it, and then you can move to your next season. The reason why for you it feels like it's hard because you're not trying to fight. And I'm telling you what he's telling me right now. You're not trying to fight through your season. You are trying to find an scapegoat. Stop it. You are literally trying to sit here and to ride something else that has nothing to do with you. You have to stop it. You have to fight yourself. Every person that took part of being a Christian, you have to sit it's a fight. Hard to find those people when you feel alone, when you try and speak to people about it and you look at you like what you're talking about. I speak of God highly and everything when I speak to people about. So that's correct. And like I said, that's going to happen. Now, I don't know when you just came on, but I mentioned before in the past when I was young and I was growing up and I was saying how I would see things and my family looked at me like I was stupid. You're talking about people when you feel alone. Imagine growing up in a household and you feel alone. Now, I'm not comparing our stories, not doing that. I'm just saying you're not alone. This is not what you're going through it's not just for you. That's what I'm saying. We've all been there. That's correct. Desmond, yes, that's correct. That is correct. When you invite God back into your life, yes, that's when he attacks the most. Okay, I know that I feel alone growing up in my house. Correct. I know you do. I know. I know you do. And here's the thing. You can't focus. You have to focus. Don't let them distract you from what God is trying to give you. Like, and I've been telling you this for the longest, and I don't know if you are just so much more dealing with the flesh. Sometimes put the flesh back, because we battle our flesh every day. Stop it. Stop battling your flesh. You got to focus. Okay. And I've been telling this for the longest. Now, you know why you're in that house with those people. You know it. And I'm not going to go into detail. Me and you know why, right? Okay. So we know why you're in the house with those people. Got it? But here's my thing to you is, because like I said before, everybody who's us watching, every decision you make has a consequence. Okay? Every decision you do have a consequence. And once you make that decision, your consequence is you don't have control over it. It's already done for. So what I'm saying is, with you, you have to go through it and deal with it because you accepted it. You literally accepted that part of your life. So now by you accepting it, because God gave you a choice, and I know for sure because I've known you, he gave you a choice literally to leave. You did not take it. You had 2 times. You did not take it. You stayed. So by you staying, this is your consequence. But now, in the midst of it, God is never going to leave you nor forsake you. I promise you he won't. So in the midst of it, all you have to do is get to your next test. And I think that's where you're having a rough part at. Like, that's where you're like, I don't know. Because that part is, it's like, okay, how can I do this if I feel alone? How can I do it? You're not alone. He's right there with you, literally. You just got to focus. And don't care what anybody else say. I've been there, done it. And I believe most of us have. Especially, Emily. Like, I'm telling you, like, we all got stories where people looked at us like we were like, girl, you crazy. And that's fine. Let them do it. Who cares? Let them do it. But you got it. You have to pour into yourself. And sometimes that can be hard. It is hard pouring into yourself. Believe me, I know. But you got it. Continue to read, continue to manifest, continue to write, continue to pray, continue to go to church, continue to be around people who wants the best for you genuinely. All these fakes and people that you just want around because you like the attention, because you like to feel loved and welcome, they got to go. They got to go. And sometimes you need to be by yourself. Dealing with it alone is hard when all you hear is when all you want to hear is God say something. You know what's crazy? Let me tell you something. I'm glad you said that. There was the time you went to the trash can, you saw a book by the trash can, right? You opened up the book. The book said, the person that's reading this, the person who found this book is meant for you to find it. Right? Am I right? So when that happened, did you read it? No. Do you know where the book is at? No. So when you say, all I want to do is hear God say something, he did. That was a sign right there. Who goes to a trash dump, see a book on the ground, open the book up, and the book clearly states, the person who finds this book, and it says something about God, right? Okay, hold on now. You said I have the book and I've read the book. Okay, well, that's not what you told me. So if you you have the book and you read the book. Okay, so that's a sign, sir. So you're doing good. And y'all, for the ones that's watching, like, why is she going? It's because I personally know him. So that's the only reason why. Okay. I don't do this to everybody. It's because I know him. Pouring into myself is hard because I want to make sure everyone is good. That's not a task for you to do. Like I said, when God told me to tell you guys as a reminder, and I'm gonna go back, do not take a task God never intended for you to do. That's not what he wants you to do. He wants you to focus to him. So you're trying to worry about making sure everybody good. At this moment, if you can't, how can you make sure everyone is good if you're not good? That's just like if there's a man in a household and he has a wife and kids. He comes home aggravated, upset, and mad. The wife didn't feel his energy. Now she's upset and the kids feel it. And I'm just throwing it out there, okay? So what I'm saying is, how can you make sure everybody else is good if you're not good? It's not going to work. You can only focus on one thing at one time. One thing at one time. Focus on yourself. If you can't do it, you can't do it. If they don't understand, oh, well. Okay, that's when the voice of God comes clear. Of course. But that was the sign right there. That's the sign. So when he says that, I just want to hear God say something. He's been saying it. That's the sign. You found that book for a reason. Hard time doing that because I care about people's well-being. Okay, so here's a choice. And I'm just gonna be blunt with you. It's either you or them. Which one you want to do? And sometimes, like I said, I'm not these other people that are gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be around you telling you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you how it is supposed to be heard. It's either you or them. Which one? Because you can't take care of them if you don't take care of yourself. Because I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even want you around me if you're not mentally there. I'm just saying. I don't want anybody around me that's not mentally there. Because I'm anointed and chosen, that stuff pouring to me all the time. I don't want to feel that. I don't want no part to that. So you have to work on yourself. My well-being may be off, but I know what it feels to not have people check on your work. Okay, so so now you're going to something different. Okay. So now we're kind of moving into a different ship. Okay. Basically, your main thing is you just feel more lost than ever and more alone than ever because you feel you don't have anybody there. I got you. Okay. And I think that's putting so much more pressure on you because you're already fighting what it is. Correct, Emily. Correct. Yes. So, and you're so busy trying to worry about this and that, just literally, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. I know you want someone to check on you. I know you want someone to be there. I know you want people to love on you and to pour into you. And because what you're going through is making it 10 times harder for you to feel like it's going to be okay. I got you. But it will be okay. You have to have faith. Believe me, you're hearing this from a woman who would have gone to jail for something she didn't do. I know how it feels to not have anybody on your team. Believe me, I know. But you have to have faith. And that's all I had fighting for me. I had the whole I had everybody saying, yeah, you're going to jail. Imagine going to jail pregnant. Who wants to do that? For something you didn't do. So I had to have faith. And you, as I recall, was one of the people who were not there for me. Right? If we're going to be real tonight, let's be real. But I'm here for you. Because I don't have that spirit. I don't operate in that spirit. Just because the person wasn't there for me at that time, but never mean I'm not going to be there for them. I have to be. Because I love my neighbors. I love my brothers and sisters in Christ. So I'm here for you. I promise you I am. I probably can't be there for you physically, but I do pray for you every night. I do. My hand on the Bible. If you don't believe me, I would not lie to you. I would not lie to you. I would not lie to you. I pray for you every night. No, I can't be there for you physically because I can't fight your battles. I have my own battles I got to fight. But I can pour into you, which is what I do all the time, and I can pray for you. Okay? So, before we move forward, do anybody just want to say something before I ask about these two questions? And then we'll be done for tonight. Just anything in general. that you want to talk about? Okay, so we know the truth about worry. You're going to get back what you lost. Okay, rejoice in the Lord in everything you do. Even like Chris, literally right now, you're feeling down. You're feeling like, man, but why did I do this? I know your mind right now was thinking like, this is some bull crap. Like, why? I should have made better decisions in life. We all should have, believe me. But I'm trying to tell you, in the midst of it, praise him. I'm telling you. No, ma'am, you have done a major job. Thank you so much. Konnichiwa. I try. Sheshe. I try. Okay. So the question that I asked you guys was, do you worry 50 out of 100% of the time? Yes. Someone's okay. So I like this. 50% said yes. 50% said only when life begins to go left. Let's talk about it before we go. When you feel alone, you got to start breathing life into that situation by speaking over yourself, motivating yourself just a season, not an eternity. Correct, Desmond. Mm-hmm. Digest. All right now. That's correct. When you feel alone, you got to start breathing into, yeah, that's right. Let me see. What's you laughing about? So do you worry 50% or 100% of the time? Only when life goes left. So my question to the ones that said only when life goes left, why? Why do you only worry when life goes left? I want to know how that, like, explain that to me. Why do you do that? And then the other half said, y'all worry automatically off bat. Yes, you worry 50% of the time. What are you worried about? Because if we're praying about it, why are we worrying about it? Is that not what the Bible says? Why are we worrying about it? Now, I'm not saying, you can't just think, ponder, but why are you worrying about it? And why only worry when things go left? When they go right, you don't worry? Oh, okay. That's cool. So you're trying to tell me when things go left, that's when you call on the God? And when things are right, you don't talk to him? Make it make sense. Do we do that? Yes. No. There was a time where I would normally do that. Yes. There was a time, and I'm going to, say it here because I know you guys are typing so I could speak faster, that I used to, every time something went left in my life, I'm like, let me get on my knees and pray to the Lord, because Lord, I need you to fix this. When everything was right, I never opened up that Bible. We got to stop doing it. Because I know that we do that. We got to stop doing it. Because how do you think God feels when we only go to him when things are going left? But when things are right, we still don't pray. It's the flesh. It's all carnal, but you honestly can get off mentally that you have your situation. Correct. You can. Chris, outcome. I worry because I don't know the outcome. I worry 100% of the time because I'm trying my best to do it all. You can't worry about the outcome. You don't even know the future. Leave it alone. Stop worrying about something. And this is what I said earlier. Like I said, I don't know if you just came on, but stop worrying about something you have no control over. Leave the future alone. If it's meant for you, it will be for you. And if not, it's all right. Something's better coming around the corner. And if I think it is right and it turns out wrong, I worry about what I should have done or could have done. Correct. Now I got you on that. I think we all tend to do that. Like, dang, I could have done that better. But like I said, we got to go back and we got to hold ourselves accountable, because every decision we made, we thought about it before we made it. So when you say that, it's kind of like, hold on, sir, because you would have never made the wrong decision if you would have thought about it more clearly. And we tend not to do that. We tend to, I would say as a community, we tend to go off of our emotions. We don't think rationally. Somebody make you mad, what you want to do? Knock them out. Or let's say your child peed in the bed, what you going to do? Yell at them. Why you pee in my bed? Or you late to church and you got a flat tire. Now you're mad. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have been to church. Oh, you get so mad. Why? Why do we do that? Why do we just get so upset and worry about things we have no control over? And then the things we do have control over, we then blame ourselves, or no, I'm sorry, not ourselves, but we blame the situation like, dang. But see, I mean, it's her fault because she the one who, they the one who, no, you did it. You made that decision. Your clearly of thinking changes when you living wrong. Correct. When you live in foul, wrong, dirty, snideball, gutter, yes. Yes, that's gonna happen. Okay, so I love what you guys been saying. So yes, but please remember, and I know it's not that. I know it's easy said than done, but try not to worry. Try not to worry. I remember last week I was depressed. I was going through heck and high water. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with nobody. Like my friend could tell you, I was like, no, I don't do. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do nothing. Now I had to be a mom, so I couldn't say forget these kids, but I had to be a mother, or they don't lock you up. So, so I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and still do that part, but everything else, no. I had clothes to fold up. I had to sweep, clean. I had to cook for them. I fed them cereal. I mean, I was just depressed. And literally, one night I got on my knees like I was in a fetal position, y'all. I'm talking about like a whole baby's position. And I prayed to God. And that night, he poured into me. It was just an amazing feeling. Oh, it was so amazing. I'm telling you from what I know, you will destroy yourself trying to handle your own life. Yes, you didn't create yourself. Same way kids look to the parent, look to the father. Correct. Yes, ma'am, Emily. Yes, ma'am. And you just can't. You can't handle anything. And like I said, it's hard. It's a test. It's a battle. It's a fight. It's mentally disturbing sometimes. It's aggravating. And it's okay to tell God that. You know that's okay. God loves when you go to him and be honest. It is perfectly okay to tell God, I'm frustrated with you because I'm doing all I can do and this ain't working out, Lord. You got to give me another task. I can't handle this one. But that's not going to happen because he knows all. This is something that you have to, basically it's like, well, I can't use that, but I'm not saying a game, but it is a test. It's a test. We don't know when your last day is, but here's the answer to this. You're saying basically, okay, so let me answer. Okay, so basically you're saying, I'm not trying to handle it. I'm just trying to do what's right because who knows when my last day is. But let me tell you something though. No one knows when the last day is. But see, God knows how your heart is. People forgets about the heart and not just the outer appearance. If God truly sees that you, Christopher Booker, is trying to completely change who you are, if he had came back today and he knows my son has been trying, sir, why are you worried? Are you worried about if you're going to go to heaven or hell? No one knows where they're ending up at. God never told anybody where they're going. No one knows. The only thing you can do is sit there and do the best you can do. No one's perfect. That's something he wanted me to tell you guys, like I said before. No one is perfect. Desmond, I only tend to worry when multiple situations all hit at once. But again, I know God is testing my faith for the next blessing he has in store. But worrying, nah. Can let worries break my spirit. Correct. Can't let it worry your spirit. And you are going to worry. But once you get into the habit of, okay, pray. Rain, sleet, snow, winter, fall, summer, however, keep praying. You're going to get into the habit of it. Like, have you ever cried and prayed at the same time? Have anybody ever done that? Like, I'm talking about snot and all. And just prayed at the same time? It's hard, isn't it? So your text message, Desmond, yes. I'm in that habit. All right, there you go. So you're good. I promise you. As long as he knows that you're moving in the right direction, as long as you're moving in the right direction, it's okay. Don't worry about if you're going to heaven, hell. Don't worry about if you die, how does it, you listen to me. Just listen to yourself for 1 second. You're worrying about things that are beyond your control. I just talked about this. Stop worrying about things that is beyond your control. You can't control nothing in the future, can you? Other than decisions that you made. But when it comes to things that you can't control, when God come back, you can't control that. No one knows. He could come back tonight, probably right now. We don't know. But how your heart is, that's how he's going to take you. And if your heart is where it should be, you're good. Stop overly thinking. And I know that's hard to say. And I'm not trying to say it really harsh, but you got to stop overly thinking. Okay? You're good. All right, everybody. So we're going to answer this and we're going to go. What's something you lost that you want back? Everybody let me know. Don't be shy. I'm going to write mine. Well, actually, I don't even got to write. I can tell y'all because I'm sitting here trying to do this. So me, something, my family. Oh, I'ma pray for you. Now, do you mean by your immediate family? Because you lost that family too. Which one are you talking about? But everybody, write down something. What's something you lost that you want back? Me, 100%, I want my femininity back. Okay, I have a good about 80%. I need the other 20. I'm tired of doing this. God said I was never meant to do this. He told me no. He told me no. You were not meant to do this. Literally, he told me that. I said, all right, Lord. I knew something was off because I said no. This is aggravating. My girls and the mom. Okay, I got you. I figured you were saying that. I'm gonna pray for you. Don't y'all know I can't be serious. I'm goofy. But yes, I'm gonna pray for you. But I know one thing you do got, man. You gonna always have me in your life, though. Seriously, we're gonna always be like that. Okay, I got you. I promise you, I got you. When it comes to spiritually, because you're crazy. But spiritually, I got you. I can help you spiritually. Emotionally, you may be shocked. I'm just playing. And I'm waiting for Desmond and I'm waiting for Emma to respond. What's something you lost that you want back? Tell me. Don't be shy. We're all here together. This is not a judgment zone. This is not anything like that. Like, what's something you lost that you want back? And then whatever it is, I'm going to pray over that for you guys tonight. Chris, like I said, I'm gonna pray for it, even though I'm kind of a part in it, but I'm still gonna pray for you. And I know mine is coming back. It definitely is. Because I'm doing more other things and not other things. So if anybody out there is like, what do you mean by that? I lost some peace, and that's $45,000. Okay, I got you. I could give you about 15,000, not 45, baby. I'll give you 15. You lost some peace. All right, I understand it. I get you. I get you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having Bible study, but there is a person that's actually in my facility, in my proximity, that is watching at the same time, so I can hear what she's saying. Desmond, I'm waiting on you. What's something you lost that you want back? I don't know if y'all can hear her, but yeah. I'm trying to. Desmond, sir, come on. We're waiting on you. What's something you lost that you want back? I want my grandma. Okay, I want my grandmother definitely was my rock, but mostly true happiness. All right, and you gonna get and you gonna get it. Okay? You're gonna get your happiness back. Not grandma, but happiness. But you'll see your grandmother. So I have a question with everybody who lost something. Just one question. Why did you allow that to be taken from you? I just want to know that. And then we're done. Like Desmond, with your happiness, like how did you allow someone or something or whatever it was, why did you allow that thing to take your happiness? Because I believe we fight for what we want, right? So I'm gonna answer mine while y'all tell me y'all's. I lost my femininity because I was trying to be a good woman. And I was trying to overly show my worth when I shouldn't have. You believe it? Oh yeah, yeah. As far as your grandmother, yeah, that's a fact. You will. Emily, when it comes to your peace, how did you allow that peace to like how did you allow it to be taken away? Chris, your family, the girls and their mom, how did you allow that to happen? Me, I let the devil tell me that I needed everything else, but what was in my face? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I got you. Okay. I understand it. And that can happen sometimes. When you know what's crazy, when God will bless you with everything you ask for, the devil will try to come in through the back door and take it away. And it's the cracks. We're talking about like the cracks the bugs get in. Those little cracks that them roaches be trying to get in and rats and yeah, he gets through those little cracks, literally. That means, and the reason I'm saying it that small is because it could be a little argument, this small. And it's a crack. It's not a solid foundation. So something as small as this, he can get through. So just imagine when you leave the door open for him, how much disturbance he can do in your life. So I was just wondering. It's the truth. Now that I follow God, I see that's all I needed. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it sucks, man. Sometimes it takes for you to lose something for you to be like, dang. And we all been there. It's a learning experience. Emily, what about your peace? Desmond, what about your happiness? How did someone take it? Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm glad that you guys, decide to do okay because at that time, putting others ahead of me was so. Emily is explaining her piece, how it was taken from her because at that time she was putting others ahead of her and she thought it was always best. In the end, I became irritated towards everything. Now that's why I feel everything bothers me, but changes are being made. Yes, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I know this particular person, this beach whale. I know her, and I'm gonna say right now, she has grown completely. I mean, she got still little things to go, and we both she know that, but I've never seen progress made internally. Outer don't matter. Who cares? We're talking about internally. I've never seen progress made like that. So I'm proud of her. I really am. Desi waiting on you again. So I'm waiting on him if he answers. I'm glad that you guys were my study buddies today. I appreciate you guys. I will do next Friday. Let me see. Will I be next Friday? Next Friday. Yes, I will. Okay, so next Friday, yes, we will, have a debate. Now, next Friday is gonna be a little juicy because next Friday is something that I just want to talk about. And I'll put scriptures in it, but we're gonna have a grown adult debate. Okay. And like I said, my Bible study, it does revolve around scripture, God, but it also revolves around actual life, events, situations, truth, like real life situations. Okay. Then that's what I try to pour into people, to let them know that you don't have, you got people in the church that'll be so snotty. And so, and it's not even like this. Like God don't want you to be like that. You don't have to be. If that's you, that's you. But if not, not. Okay. Like when people meet me, they're like, wow, I would never think that when you open your mouth, you have this mindset. Yeah, because you judge me from my outer and not my inner. So I'm funny, goofy, but I promise you, I am saved, I'm chosen, anointed, and I love all of you guys. So I will see you guys next Friday. You guys have a blessed night. I was not trying to hold you guys over an hour, but we got into it, and I'm glad we did. So hopefully y'all can take something with y'all today. Hopefully y'all can take something with y'all about worrying. Okay. Remember, 90% don't even matter. Stay focused. Okay. And then to make sure that whatever you lost, you get it back. And it's been already gotten back, but make sure you stand on it. Okay. All right. And y'all have a blessed night. I will see y'all next Friday.